Now at 9, a donation shortage. A Muncie organization is in need of more money. We'll tell you how you can help just ahead.
Coming up, I have multiple rounds of rain in the forecast, plus when we'll be taking a cool down in our full forecast.
Plus, President Trump is delivering his State of the Union address tonight. We'll have a live look in Washington.
From the heart of Ball State University, live from the Unified Media Newsroom, NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for being with us. I'm Zoe DeWiggins.
And I'm Katie McDonald. A local Muncie organization continues to help members of the community with a limited budget. A Better Way is located in downtown Muncie, where they provide shelter and services for victims of domestic violence and sexual assault. Some of their services include providing shelter, individual trauma-informed counseling, and crisis intervention. The organization is funded by a variety of sources, such as governmental grants. But at this time, the governmental funds are several months behind. However, Executive Director Teresa Clemens says they're still thankful.
I feel really, just being honest, we feel loved right now because people are stepping up. They see that we have a need, and it makes you realize that we're appreciated.
A Better Way serves women of all ages and is located in 5 different counties. If you would like to donate, please call the organization at 765-747-9107.
Ball State Cardinals took a little more than a bird bath last Saturday as students dove into freezing cold water for the Special Olympics annual Polar Plunge fundraiser. An estimated 150 plungers raised $20,000 for the Special Olympics, a record-breaking amount of plungers and money for the local area. The Special Olympics hopes to raise $1 million over 18 polar plunge events in the next 5 weeks. The money will go toward aiding more than 16,000 athletes in the organization, a program Julie Burkholder says gives the athletes the opportunity to learn valuable life skills.
Our athletes often don't have an opportunity to participate in sports. This gives them an opportunity to learn a sport, have fun, make some friendships, and it's a skill that's translated into life for them. So if they've learned to play on a team, it makes them a better employee someday when they want to have a job.
If you missed out on your chance to participate in last weekend's Polar Plunge event, you can donate to the Special Olympics at soindiana.org. Now, I'm sure typically they have more normal polar weather for their Polar Plunge, but we've had some confusing winter weather lately.
Yes, it was raining, it was warmer yesterday, and it's just all over the place.
Absolutely. Hopefully Jordan can tell us more. Jordan, what do you have for us?
Guys, I have multiple rounds of rain and an actual polar plunge, but that'll be coming up in a few minutes. But right now we're seeing 37 degrees. Rain has stopped here as of right now, but winds are now out of the east-southeast at 10 miles an hour, and it's feeling about 30 degrees outside. Currently across the state, we're seeing temperatures starting to peak at least 40 degrees in Bloomington, 38 degrees in Indianapolis, and 34 degrees in Kokomo. Over the past 10 hours here at Ball State, we've had fog move in, but that cleared up about 1, 2 o'clock. And sunset is now approaching around 6 o'clock, so that means, guys, spring's on the way, and it is definitely coming. But looking at our local radar, that is, we're seeing this rain start to push up down near Bloomington and near Cloverdale, and I'll have all of that in our next in the next couple of minutes.
Jordan, thank you. Happening now, President Trump is addressing Congress with his annual State of the Union address.
The president is expected to address a variety of topics, including funding for his proposed border wall. Let's take a listen.
Now, obviously, the president has not begun his speech, but he is prepping to do so. We'll have the reaction to what the president said tomorrow on NewsLink Indiana midday.
Activists in Mission, Texas held a march on Monday to bring awareness to their stance against the border wall. Among them was the indigenous tribe. The tribal members said the wall would destroy sacred sites and villages and separate families from relatives.
People in the government are pushing for this wall without consulting the indigenous people of this area or understanding what our wants are, and it's completely inappropriate. The wall itself is evil.
Tribal members also said the building of a wall would be destructive and detrimental to the environment.
Now to the controversy surrounding Virginia Governor Ralph Northam. The Democrat from Virginia originally said he would not step down after he was blasted for a racist picture in his medical yearbook.
But sources say he's now unsure if he'll be able to rehab his image. John Lurink reports.
Richmond, Virginia, rocked with political problems.
A lot of uncertainty right now in our government.
The state's Democratic governor, Ralph Northam, says he needs time to decide if he'll step down after a racist photo was recently discovered on his 1984 medical yearbook page.
He cannot effectively govern. He needs to leave.
Northam first apologized, but quickly took that back, saying he wasn't in the photo. That flip-flop drew criticism from some.
The president has said he thinks it's unforgivable, it's unconscionable. Or you can go back to his tweet and his words that this person apologized and then said, gee, it wasn't me, I didn't do it.
Northam has some supporters who say there's been a rush to judgment.
One, he says he wasn't in that picture. Two, I think we ought to fairly ask him, did he know the picture was on his page of that yearbook? And then three, really he ought to be judged in the context of his whole life.
The good that he's done for the Commonwealth to date is going to win itself out if he's allowed to continue as governor.
If Northam resigns, he will be the first governor in state history to do so. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Meanwhile, Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax is facing allegations of sexual assault for a 2004 encounter he says was, quote, 100% consensual. The claim was first published on a conservative website. And former Michigan State University President Luanna Simon may face a judge. This comes as police say Simon knew in 2014 that sports doctor Larry Nassar had been accused of molesting a woman in a clinic. The former president says she knew only a complaint had been filed against Nassar. A judge listened to one witness earlier this afternoon. The hearing will resume in Michigan in early April. Nassar is serving decades in prison for possessing child pornography. He also faces separate sentences, for sexual assault.
Being in business with your spouse can be difficult at times, but one Muncie couple makes it work. Stay with us and we'll tell you how the couple gives remarkable women a voice in the community.
And with Valentine's Day just over a week away, retail stores are heartbroken. We'll tell you why after the break.
No more, he didn't mean it.
No more, she seems fine to me.
No more, not my problem.
No more, she was drunk.
No more, he was drunk.
No more, she was asking for it.
No more, he didn't mean it.
No more, why didn't she tell anyone? No more, we don't talk about that.
No more bystanding.
No more ignorance.
No more excuses.
No more.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
After retiring from the NFL, I've been able to spend a lot more time coaching my daughter's basketball teams. It's something I love to do. Through our games and our tournaments, we see all types of coaching, good and bad. And it begs the question, do we really know who's coaching our kids? Do they have the proper training and screening it would take for me to be comfortable with my daughters playing for that coach? Our Youth Basketball Association made the decision to use trusted coaches to screen and train all of our coaches. I'm a trusted coach. Are you?
Welcome back. A local businesswoman has an impactful side job where she gets to banter with her husband, but also showcase people in the community.
We'll give you something new to listen to on Tuesdays. NewsLink Indiana's Camille Breck has the story.
When she's not running her own marketing business or spending time with her daughter, she's giving women in the community a voice on her podcast, Good Girl Gone Boss.
So right now I'm just going through my list of awesome boss ladies that I know in town.
One woman on Angie Roger Howell's list was Amy Logan, who works in Ball State's Career Center.
I've never considered myself a girl boss until I said, wait a minute, actually I am a girl and I'm a boss, like this makes sense.
Rogers Howell hosts the podcast with her husband. She learns new things about people she's known for years, like Logan.
We've started with friends of ours who we know professionally, and I've known them for years, but in this podcast we learn more things about them.
Although Logan was a guest, she's also a listener.
When we get on there and they're telling their story, and I just get lost in their story because these are women that I know through the community, but I didn't know that particular part of their story.
Perhaps Rogers Howell is able to pick out women in the community because she is a boss lady herself.
We get some people who come in here into our office and say, hey, where's the business owner? And I'm like, hello, and that's me.
But it hasn't always been that way. She had to change her image.
So we're kind of talking about my transition from the good girl, the quiet, shy little church mouse kind of person, into the person who now has bright red hair and drives a lime green car and started her own business.
She hopes to continue to give women the chance to tell their story every week. In Muncie, Camille Breck, NewsLink, Indiana.
Amy Logan is featured on this week's episode of Good Girl Gone Boss.
New episodes are available every Tuesday. They can be found on goneboss.com. Target is now expanding its free loyalty program.
The retailer announced Tuesday its program Target Circle will be rolled out to 5 more cities. They include Charlotte, Denver, Indianapolis, Kansas City, and Phoenix. With it, customers receive a handful of perks, including 1% back on every purchase that can be used on other Target shopping trips. In return, the program helps Target gather key information about customers' shopping habits. Shoppers in the 5 cities now added to the program will be able to sign up on February 19th.
With Valentine's Day just a little over a week away, love is in the air, or is it? The National Retail Federation said just 51% of adults plan to celebrate this year. They think it's either over-commercialized, they don't have anyone to celebrate with, or they're just simply over it. But those who are holiday spenders are expected to spend $162 billion on their loved ones this year. Overall, sales are expected to top $20 billion. The study also found that younger consumers spend the holiday differently by treating themselves instead, or spending time with their other single friends for an Valentine's Day celebration.
All right, well, thank you so much. And now let's take it over to Jordan for weather.
Yep, guys, we have some rain moving in, but there's an ice storm in Illinois. But I'll have after the break what this rain means for us.
For those who serve today, and those who served before them, for those whose sacrifice will never end. The Gary Sinise Foundation shows its gratitude through entertainment, outreach, and life-changing support. We can never give enough, but we can always give a little more. Find out how you can donate at GarySiniseFoundation.org.
Sometimes there's no do-over. Some things you can't rewind. That's when an extra safety step could mean the difference between a close call and a call to 911. Simple steps save lives. Learn more at poolsafely.gov.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Welcome back. Now, the weather has been a little bit weird lately. It's been warm, it's been cold, it's been rainy.
It's been all of the above. I don't know what's going on here.
It's been very confusing. I'm hoping that Jordan can clear it up for us and maybe even tell us that warm weather might stick around. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, to be honest, this is 100% Indiana weather. It's to be expected at this point. We've lived here long enough to where we know this by now. But currently, looking outside the door at the scramble light, that is, standing at 37 degrees. Winds out of the east-southeast at 10 miles an hour. The camera's not working right now, but that's okay. We're 24 hours ago. We were definitely much more warmer. We were 17 degrees warmer 24 hours ago, 15 degrees warmer in Indianapolis, and 17 degrees warmer down there in Bloomington. Currently on radar, we have this stronger patch of showers pushing through. It's moving into Hendricks right now. It'll probably be here within the next hour or so. And that'll be the big story tonight, especially into Thursday. Rain tonight. We'll push down to our low to about 40 degrees with winds out of the southeast at 7 to 11 miles an hour, and that rain will move out at least by rush hour tomorrow. For tomorrow, though, expect variable winds throughout most of your day. Get the high back up into the 50s, man. It's February, but it still feels nice. We'll break you down this rain on our precision cast here about 1 o'clock. This rain will have definitely moved in, and it will be strong, most likely in our northern areas. Going in 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock it is. This rain should be moving out of our area. And we'll stay dry throughout the majority of the afternoon on Wednesday. Wednesday night, though, Wednesday evening and Wednesday night, rain pushes in about 9 p.m. and it's going to stick with us all throughout Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Most of our heavy rain will occur probably about 3 or 4 a.m. on Thursday. This is only one model, but I expect most of the heavier rain to stay south of Muncie at this point, but it'll definitely move out by the middle of the day on Thursday. Speaking of which, this rain, we're expecting maybe 1.5 to 3 inches here in some spots. That pops up a flood watch up until 7 p.m. Wednesday all the way in to 1 a.m. Friday, as well as any ice jams that are out there in the rivers or streams, which could cause some more flash flooding depending on what happens with all this rain falling. Rainfall amounts are going to be obviously the most important here. Going to 11 o'clock, we can see maybe an inch around this I-69, I-70 corridor, that's for sure. And by moving into Thursday, some areas might see more rain than the Rams scored points on the Super Bowl. Some areas down south may see more than 3 inches. I definitely wouldn't rule out maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches here in Muncie. That is for sure. For a 7-day forecast, though, it's looking great for the next 24, 48 hours. We'll pop into the 60s possibly Thursday after the rain moves out. But guys, look at that. 21 degrees for a low Thursday, or Friday morning, I should say, and it is going to be cold. So if you're looking to go for maybe another polar plunge this weekend, it's definitely for it. So another system moves in Sunday night into Monday, bringing us in some more snow showers and some rain showers.
So it's looking like basically we're going to get more of this same weird Indiana weather.
Yep, it's 100% Indiana. It's February.
Great.
Spring's next month, so what else can you expect?
That's true. I'm just hoping that, Puxatawny Phil, I've heard that he's predicted spring, and I'm just really hoping that he stays true in that. Yeah. And I like that, that dip down in temperatures this weekend, if that could go away.
Yeah.
So,
let
me know. Keep me up.
Yeah, give it till about the end of February, because sometimes in February you always see about maybe a 65 to 70 degree day like we did last year. So I definitely can't rule it out because it's February, and again, it's Indiana. So.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Jordan. And now, luckily, it may be rainy, but luckily that doesn't affect basketball season or most of your winter sports. What have you got coming up for us, Blake?
That's right. Well, coming up in sports, we're going to have an update on an exciting Cowan Girls Sectional Championship win and some awards that have been brought this way to Ball State. We'll have that and more when we come back.
Isn't this perfect?
It was my pleasure. May I?
Adam, I can't thank you enough for saving me from that sweepstakes scam. I could have lost everything.
It was a classic cat and mouse game. Remember, you never have to pay to play.
You're my hero.
Huh.
After all these years. What's the matter, Adam? Cat got your tongue?
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Blake Dollier with sports. Cowan girls basketball was looking to do something they haven't done in school history Monday night. The way the game unfolded will be something the team will never forget. NewsLink Indiana's Ben Shuren has the scoop.
Cowan girls basketball looked to continue their run towards the state championship against Daleville in the sectional finals. However, the Blackhawks needed some late game heroics, tied at 44 with seconds to play.
I tipped the ball and I knew it was going out of bounds, and I knew it would be off me, and I knew Daleville would get the ball, so I just went for the ball and I threw it behind me.
I happened to be there. It was just right place, right time, and I could not be any happier for where it went.
The buzzer beater clinched Cowan's first ever sectional title. For the Blackhawks, cutting down the net for the first time was just like they dreamed of.
I'm still in shock now. We wanted it so bad, and we were all so excited.
It's the best feeling that any of us have ever had. I'm never going to forget this day.
Cowan's Hoosier-esque state title run doesn't get any easier as they'll take on 23-2 Northfield in the regionals. In Muncie, Ben Shuren, NewsLink Indiana.
Cowan and Northfield will play in Wabash at 11:30 Saturday morning. Two Ball State men's volleyball players were recognized for their efforts over the weekend, where the Cardinals took down two tough opponents. Sophomore Matt Shevs and freshman Caleb Jennis both took home awards today after Ball State defeated Harvard and Sacred Heart during an East Coast road trip. Jennis wasn't expected to have a big role on the team this year, but he showed that he is ready to help the nationally ranked Cardinals continue to win. With 30 kills, 3 aces, and 22 blocks, Jennis earned the off-the-block co-national freshman of the week. Head coach Joel Walton said he played well enough to earn offensive or defensive player of the week honors, but Jennis is just happy for the recognition.
I'm glad that I could bring that to my team and continue to help them out. So I really like being recognized. It's a good feeling.
Shevs took home the MIVA Defensive Player of the Week with 26 kills, 11 blocks, and 6 digs. The junior outside attacker has been a key contributor for Ball State this year and a leader on the team. He and Jennis are looking forward to carrying this past weekend's momentum into this week's matchups. The Cardinals play host to MIVA rival McKendree on Thursday and nationally ranked George Mason on Sunday. Another team bringing home some hardware today is the Ball State gymnastics team. The Cardinals took the dual victory over Western Michigan on Sunday in their home opener. In the process, Jordan Penny won first place for her individual routine and MAC Athlete of the Week honors. A team that hasn't been playing well, however, is the Ball State men's basketball team. Trey Moses returned to the lineup from a sprained knee tonight as the Cardinals attempt to find an end to the 4-game slide. Now, currently the score is 49-45 with just under 10 minutes to go in that second half. Hopefully we can see the Cardinals finish this game strong and put an end to that slide that we've been on these past 2-3 weeks.
I'm really hoping that the Cardinals can kind of get it back together and go on, maybe get back to a winning streak. I've got tickets to this Saturday's game, and I'd really like to see Ball State win.
Absolutely.
Score is close.
It's been a rough stretch for the Cardinals, but maybe we could turn things around, going into the MAC tournament and maybe give Buffalo a run for their money.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Blake. Just ahead, find out about a popular TV show coming to an end. We'll have that in Trending.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to theshelterpetproject.org and meet a few who are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to theshelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Problems. The ones nobody talks about at cocktail parties. We go looking for them. No matter the obstacles, no matter the odds. We surround a community's most critical problems. And we fight. United Way fights for the health, education, and financial stability of every person in every community. Will you?
It doesn't take a scientist to cure hunger or a fancy economist to create safe housing. It takes imagination, creativity, sweat equity. And I think of kids going to school hungry. Hunger, homelessness. In this land of plenty, seriously? Come on, we could fix this. Help out, or don't. The choice is yours.
Here's your sandwich, miss.
Oh, thank you.
And your burger.
Awesome, thank you.
And your bowl of boiling water, sir.
Welcome back. It's time now to take a look at what's trending.
Joining us now is NewsLink Indiana's Annie Keister. Annie, what do you have for us?
Tonight I have sad news for some sitcom fans as ABC's Modern Family has just announced that their recent renewal for the 11th season will be their last.
The beloved show began its journey back in 2009 as breaking TV barriers ever since. As one of the few shows featuring a gay couple with an adopted daughter, the show has used comedy and emotion to relate to the fans over the past decade. The show has received 22 Primetime Emmy Awards as well as many SAG Awards and a Peabody. The team is looking forward to the upcoming season, which will air fall of 2019. The ABC president says there will be more milestone events that people won't want to miss. And Girl Scout cookie season is upon us, and what better way for the troops to get going than with a little money? A 10-year-old Kiki tweeted out her own version of Cardi B's hit Money. Take a listen.
Diamonds are the best, Savannah smells delish, Juicy doughs of chocolate bliss, tag as long as divine, fantastic blows my mind, hey that really rhymes, on my shirt full of need is, selling cookies to get some, please real nut monopoly.
And Cardi tweeted back to that with, I want all the cookies.
I love that. First of all, I was never a Girl Scout.
I was a Girl Scout.
Okay,
so I
love that.
love this.
I love it.
I love this story.
And I'm sure she got plenty of publicity from that tweet.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love Girl Scout cookies. You know, I may never have been a Girl Scout cookie, or been a Girl Scout. I've never been a Girl Scout cookie either, but I will eat some Girl Scout cookies, and I just love the combination of Cardi B and Girl Scout cookies.
I do enjoy a good tag-along. That's my favorite cookie.
Absolutely. The Thin Mints and the tag-alongs, both pretty quality, in my opinion. All right, well, thank you so much, Annie, and now we are going to take a final look at weather with Jordan.
Yep, so talking about some money would be the next 2 days in our forecast. High 52, 2 rounds of rain Thursday. 62 is looking like money right now, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday, not money at all. We'll start to see another disturbance move in Sunday night into Monday, bringing in snow and rain Monday and into Tuesday.
Thank you so much, Jordan.
That's all for tonight on NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to join us tomorrow at noon on Facebook Live for the very latest.
And for news anytime, anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night.